Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are reviewing Scandal, of course, episode 3, season 6, and it's called Fate Worse Than Death. And in the episode, it lets us know why it was named that. So let's just go ahead and get started with. So much happened in this episode. This was a Cyrus focused episode. And it was really, really good. So let's just start. So they open up with the scope of killing Vargas. We see that the Attorney General, David, and the other girl, they decided they are going to open up the investigation deeper on who killed Vargas. That's the main thing. And they're investigating everybody, including Cyrus. Okay, so Cyrus is still just kind of, he's cringing. He's nervous. We don't know why. We kind of know why. Okay, we know that he has something to do with Vargas's death. We just don't know exactly in what detail he has. Cyrus continues to maintain his innocence, right? Through the whole beginning. This show also had a lot of flashbacks. So let's go back to Jennifer. Now, Jennifer was the young woman who ended up being killed, who had told people, I think she called OPA and said, I know who killed Frankie. Cyrus did. So Jennifer ends up being killed. So of course, Cyrus killed her to shut him up. So anyways, flashback, Jennifer and Cyrus. We figure out what role Jennifer really has on this. Because remember, Jennifer is the one that got killed. So anyways, we found out that Cyrus hates Jennifer. He thinks that Jennifer and Frankie are having this crazy love affair. Okay? He sees her, he doesn't like her. She just came on board and he's not happy with it. Now we know where that kind of like the dissonance that he has for Jennifer came from. So we see another flashback where it's Cyrus and Olivia. And Cyrus is congratulating because this is going back to the day that Cyrus won some debate against Jake, right? And you see Cyrus and Olivia talking, and Cyrus is really angry about something. You know, Cyrus has always had this insecurity that he was never good enough. He was never pretty enough. He was never tough enough to be president. And now here he is about to be vice president, and now he's thinking everybody has doubt on him. And it's funny, Olivia is like congratulating for a job well done, and he was like, oh, that's a snide remark. That's a backwards compliment. He gets really mad at her, but them two always go tit for tat anyways. So you start to see layers of Cyrus' anger and part of his lack of self-confidence. You know, as much stuff this guy does, he really has very low self-esteem or confidence in himself. That's why he does all this crazy diabolical stuff. All right. So next scene we see Abby and Fitz. Abby's not talking to Fitz. She's mad at Fitz because Fitz is going on with this investigation against Cyrus. My hate for Abby grows on every episode. She actually had the nerve to say, you are pursuing the wrong guy because of the love of your ex-mistress. The heck she gonna call Olivia his ex-mistress? That was the love of his life. She needs to get it right. So anyway, she kind of goes after Fitz about it. Fitz sitting there thinking, so he decides he's gonna try to make a deal with Cyrus. So he's like, listen, Cyrus, if you resign, I won't press charges on you. Those are the two things. You know, you do one of those things, everything be done. Cyrus is going to hit me like, well, if you tell Melody to resign, I resign, we all resign. Everybody just be happy. And, you know, Cyrus like, I don't care what you do. You know, you're not going, I didn't do this. Pretty much what I'm trying to say. I didn't do this. I'm not resigning. I'm moving forward with this. But anyways, so much is happening for Cyrus. The walls are literally closing in on Cyrus. Next thing we see, Tom, we think he's gone, okay? For those of you who may not be familiar with Tom started Scandal as one of Fitz's top secret agent. I won't say secret agent, but secret security. And ended up finding out that he was working for Cyrus and that he's actually part of B613 and he's a killer, murderer, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyways, Tom called Cyrus and was like, I got so much dirt on you, I can bring you down in one house of cards, and you need to call me back. And it really scares Cyrus. So now we're going to see flashbacks on why this call by Tom has got Cyrus so scared, okay? He's really scared. So next scene, so these scenes, there's a bunch, all of this show is a bunch of flashbacks. Now we have another flashbacks of Huck, okay? or it might not be a flashback. Actually, I think it's a current scene of Huck. Huck meets a friend of Jennifer, the girl that was killed, who was a funny meeting anyways. But anyways, she tells him that Jennifer was beaten up by somebody really nasty. Not Frank, but a really nasty guy. That's how Tom falls into this. It seems like Cyrus, it's ridiculous. Flashback. Cyrus had invited Tom back into his atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere. And somehow manipulated Tom into trying to get rid of this girl. Now, Tom is B613. Tom is not the type of person that just goes and says, hey, you need to stay away from Frankie. Get away, get away. No, Tom is diabolic too, okay? So Tom's way of trying to threaten this girl to keep away from Frankie is he beat the crap out of her. I mean, literally beat her to the point she's terrified. She quits working for Frank. Frank finds out about it. Cyrus is stunned because I guess that's not what he expected to happen. Frank was, and that's where we get the scene when Frank says, when I am president, I'm going to have you arrested and jailed for having someone try to beat up, almost kill Jennifer. So that's where that scene comes from. And it was Tom who did it. So when Tom and Cyrus and Tom was like, what the heck did you do? You know, why did you do that? I don't need you. You know, Tom is hurt by it. Because now Tom is like, okay, I did this all for you, and now you just trying to discard me? Tom is not very happy with it. So he tries to distance himself away from Tom. Now, at the same conversation, Tom actually said to him, I can get rid of Vargas from you. I can make you president. And very clearly, Cyrus says, do not touch Frank. He actually cares for Frank like a son, almost the way he cared for Fitz. He's literally like, do not do this. Do not hurt him, please. And I was just like, okay. So Cyrus actually was like, Tom, don't hurt Frank. You know, don't do it. And he, supposedly, Tom was like, I'm going to take matters into my own freaking hands. Okay? So now we know all the backstory. We know the backstory between Tom, Cyrus, Frank, Jennifer. We know how everything ties into place. The thing is, everything is closing in on Cyrus. All the dirt, all the craziness he has done, it is coming down on him now. Okay? He tells his husband, who is just so ashamed and so upset, but this husband is so loyal. He goes out and get a gun for Cyrus. Obviously, the gun is for him to go kill Tom. He meets Tom in this closed, secluded place and decides he's going to one up Tom and then kill him. But he forget he's working with Tom, the killer, murderer, secret agent, B613, who one-ups him and threatens him. Not only does he threatens him, he gets him on the ground, put a gun in his mouth and said, listen, I could kill you right here, but there's fates worse than death. So that's where we get the whole entire title for the episode. And pretty much he beats Cyrus in the eye, in the face, and then, you know, it says, I have beaten you. I've one-upped you, you know. It's all pretty crazy. You know, I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, oh my God, this is the like Tom, this is Cyrus, the big town. I mean, Cyrus to me is the equivalent of Papa Pope. Maybe slightly diabolic, more, you know, Lucifer in him, I guess you would say, than Papa. And to see him get crushed by this itty bitty B613, you know, crazy guy was just weird. It was really odd, but that's what happened. Tom actually went up Cyrus, and there's actually nothing Cyrus can do. Cyrus is so backed up in a corner. There's nothing he can do about this. How to get out of this, who even knows? And what's so sad about it is that he actually didn't do this one this time. He actually did not have to, I mean, this is the one time that he's going to be committed or jailed or accused of a murder that he really didn't put forward for. Okay? So anyways, let's go on to the next scene. Tom goes and confesses that he not only killed Frankie, but Cyrus made him do it. And that is the end. It is over. So now Cyrus is going down. So the last scene, you have Cyrus giving his cute little daughter, Ella, a hug and kiss goodbye. And his husband is taking him away. And she just looks like she's crying. The reporter's outside. And it literally is the end for Cyrus. And then the very last scene, Remember when I told you that Liv and Cyrus got in this heated debate because Cyrus was so insecure and felt that Liv was giving him this backhanded compliment, because she also accused him of somehow manipulating his way into becoming VP, like he does everything else. And he was like, I didn't manipulate him. I was earned it. I was given to it. And then we go to the scene on the day that Vargas made Cyrus his VP. He literally asked him. Vargas was so impressed by Cyrus, his commitment, his loyalty to him, that he was like, you know what? I want you to be my VP. And Cyrus was just elated. Someone actually chose him because of who he is and felt he was qualified. And now all of that is gone. It really actually, for the first time, I felt for Cyrus. Because I don't feel for Cyrus. He has done so much evil-ish that there's no reason to feel for Cyrus. But at this one moment, I felt for him. I really did. So that was basically the entire episode. It was a very Cyrus-focused, central episode, but it was good. It was really, really good. I think it was well written. I thought it was well directed. Scott Foley directed it. The guy who plays Jake, who was not in this episode at all, I don't think. So, good episode. I'm actually excited what's going to happen next. Not much Liv, but I didn't expect that, it was a Cyrus focus. That was the main thing. So, really glad of the episode. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I wonder what's coming up next. I didn't quite catch the preview for next week's episode, but it's going to be a trial. Let me see if they accused him. It's going to be a trial. It's going to be an investigation. Eventually, it's going to come out that Tom lied. I don't know how that's going to do, but this is Shonda Land. And Shonda has a way of making things work for Cyrus. So I don't expect Cyrus to have any jail time whatsoever. None. But we shall see. Okay? But now what's even more interesting is Mellie is now going to be president. President Mellie Grant. The whole thing just stinks. It really does. So, that's just the way they want to do it. That's Shonda for you, but it all stinks. So, anyways, thanks for watching this episode. Again, I think it was a pretty good episode. I liked it. I don't know, some part it was kind of boring. I don't know why. It was a lot of good stuff in there. So, we shall see what next week brings us. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you again next week for another great episode of Scandal. All right, bye.